Welcome back to this live art request tutorial, and we've got my special guest George, who's going to help me through the Witcher drawings that we're going to do today. They were very, very popular last time. We did Geralt and his uniform, and it apparently in the games they wear a different outfit to the ones in the series, completely different. So George
Yeah.
is going to help me through Yennefer. That's who we're going to draw today. And the one from the series I'm going to start with, and I'll draw, and George is going to go and do the tour. Oh, hello, we've got hi from London, Dean Lord 2, and he's going to probably give us a suggestion later. I don't know, but let's get started. So, George, tell me a little bit about this beautiful woman, um, Yennefer.
Okay, so in the series, she starts off as a hunchback and she's extremely ugly. She's treated badly by everyone. And then she accidentally does magic when she's being kind of assaulted by two people. And she teleports into the middle of this place with this guy, this random guy. And then he just teleports her back and says, "Someone's coming for you." So she then, really confused, she goes back to her normal life. And then this random witch turns up. She takes her back to this castle and then trains her and treats her badly, just toughens her up. And then just turns out that she is the most powerful witch and is fueled by anger. And then when she's supposed to be, so she gets kind of rejected because the people don't like her. There is a courtroom and they don't like her. Yeah. And
That's all right. It's live. People love that.
yeah, sorry. And then because she's ugly still, she is determined to impress the king so she can get a good job. So because she's deformed, she gets this magic done where she gets her spine fixed and she gets her face fixed. And in doing that, she loses her ability to have babies, which she later regrets.
Yes.
But also because she's now beautiful, and she's violet eyes and beautiful hair and nice clothes, as you can see in there. She's got that fur coat. And then she impresses this king, who then ditches. So I can't remember what her name was, but she is this in the Netflix series. She is the main protagonist or the main villain who works for, what are they called again? So in the game, it's run by an emperor, and then the emperor is the father of Ciri, the real father, not Geralt. So Yennefer is the lover of Geralt throughout the whole thing. Well, actually, Geralt has a couple of lovers, but Yennefer is one of them.
Right. Well, that was
Just rambling on
brilliant.
there, sorry.
That was great. Um, that's exactly what I was hoping you were going to do, because I couldn't have told you any of that if I was doing this. So, and the difference, of course, the series is just started. I think we were hoping before lockdown that they were coming out with another. We've got one season. That's all we've seen, isn't it?
Yeah, the second season is due for the end of the year. I think around December.
Okay, so they probably already filmed it.
Yeah, it is. It's either being filmed now or it was. I mean, it can't be filmed now, so it must have been
Right.
finished. It might be delayed though. If they haven't finished filming, it will be delayed until maybe sometime next year.
And do you think you will be able to live without your dose of Witcher, or do you think you'll be able to cope? You can carry on playing the game.
Yeah, I'll be able to cope. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I have finished both DLCs and the storyline, so I don't actually know what to do yet. Actually, maybe 2021. That was a predicted date, so sometime during that year. the next generation of the witches coming out.
Wow. Okay. And do you know how long the game has actually been around? Has it been around a while?
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yeah, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt came out in 2015. It was I think still the third game. There were two games for it. I have not played them, and I probably won't ever.
Okay.
I think the first one was more of it wasn't an open world like the recent one, but I've seen the videos.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
So I think that was their first real attempt to create a video game.
Okay, I gotcha. So I'm just going to let anyone who's watching is also an art enthusiast. I'm just going to give George a little break, and I'm going to show you how to draw fur on our beautiful actress. She's not wearing, George, the same outfit at all from the game, is she? Because the game outfit is slightly different.
Yeah, it's just all black.
It's all black, whereas here I know in the actual TV series she spends most of the time with very little on at all. But here she's wearing this beautiful coat, because it looks like, again, when they did this series, I'm not sure, but they may have filmed in places like Greenland, sorry. Is it Iceland? Iceland. I'm just guessing.
I think it's Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the fur a bit more. Okay. So we've got that fur effect. I'm just gonna add a bit darker bits. Don't worry about going over the edges. I'm trying to keep it smooth. Okay, and so she's quite a sad character, isn't she? But she is Geralt's lover. Now, Geralt, tell me a little bit about him, because I do know that he can't show emotions. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. So he can't really show emotions. He just shows stuff like anger and sadness and stuff. But he can't, well, because of his mutations. I think he took extra mutations, just so that's why his hair's grey, even though he's probably in his 40s. And the only reason why he can't, so all the other witches can show emotions, but he can't, just because he's taken these extra mutations, which gave him, I think, just more effective powers, which you can use in the game, which they do show in the series when he fights that demon.
Yeah.
In the castle. He uses it to push it away and break floors and stuff, just so, just... He also uses it in Blaviken when he's fighting the bandits. And he uses it near the end of the fight, where he pushes them away just to kind of disorientate them. But that is... So, it's kind of obvious that he can show emotions, but it's more of like a rumor that witches can't. Because he obviously feels love for Yennefer and Triss and Ciri and those people.
Yeah, so his Ciri, tell me a little bit about her. What's the story there? And don't be a spoiler, because I know the game is ahead of the series. So who's...
Yeah, I mean, the game does have multiple...
Yep, carry on.
You can choose one or the other in the way, like, you can either be nice to Ciri, or you can just give her up and send her away.
In the game?
I mean, I obviously chose to not... Yeah. So the movie is more like the second game, I'm pretty sure, where Ciri she's in the actual series, I don't know where they've got this made up city with this made up grandfather, I don't think that's actually what happens, because in the games it's just like she came from her grandfather, who's the emperor of Nilfgaard. That's who it is. So Emperor of Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
and she was trained there as a Witcher. But in the series, she is the city is attacked by Nilfgaard, and then she runs. And throughout the series, she's just trying to find Geralt. She doesn't know it, but she's trying to find him because she hasn't seen him before.
Okay, so she's got this in the series. She's got this scream or this power that she's obviously not aware of. What's this?
Yeah.
What's the scream all about?
I think it's something to do with her blood. She has like some magical elder blood. It's just kind of her lineage. It does show in the series. You see remember when her mother, who was the blonde lady, and the hedgehog knight.
Oh yeah, I remember
when they're
him.
doing that whole thing in the courtroom where they're like floating in the air, and after the queen tries to attack the hedgehog guy, and everyone's just getting pushed away while she's just, with the hedgehog guy floating in the air. That's kind of like the family lineage power, where the grandmother didn't get it, but the daughter got it, and Ciri got it from the daughter.
Right.
So it's just a family thing.
A family. I love that. So it's a bit of a soap opera of. I'm just drawing in the sea now. In the background, just so that we have a bit of a story going on here. And you're doing a wonderful job, George, explaining this all to me. What's so great is that there's probably people who are watching this who do know what's going on in the series.
Yeah.
And then there's others who don't. And most importantly, you're not giving away any secrets, which is we really don't want to ruin the story for people who are watching the who haven't watched the series yet. That would be
the whole first season isn't really. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, where it's just building it up. So the whole first season is just, there's no actual spoilers available.
Yeah.
So you kind of know what's going to happen in the end.
Right. Okay.
And especially if you've read the game and you've read the books, you can see what happens with Ciri and Geralt. They at least meet and they know each other. So, they must at least meet in the series.
Yeah.
Which does happen.
Yeah. Was it right at the end? Do you get to meet them? Okay, that's great. I'm just going to connect that, and I'm going to move her down a little bit. Hope this works. There we go. That's it. So we've kind of got her TV series, the actress. She's done, and she's wearing this wonderful fur and this coat type outfit. But now we're going to do our lovely gaming version. All right, so I'm now going to take that out, and you can talk me through the gaming character. And it's a very different look, isn't it? It's. I'm just going to try to enlarge this for you.
She's more of like she has much lighter skin. She has more of a Western look compared to the Netflix version, where she looks kind of almost Arabic sort of. She had this look, the black hair especially.
Yeah, I'd love her features, the actress. She's beautiful. This one is a very typical sort of artist's take on what this gaming character should look like.
They all same. All three of the characters, which is Ciri, Triss, and Yennefer, they all have the same face, just different hair and different clothes.
Yeah.
And Triss, a lot of eyeliner. Have you seen the picture of Ciri in the game?
She's very different, but I think you might have to explain this to me. She's a grown woman.
She has a lot of.
Say that again?
There's a lot of eyeliner on.
Oh yes, a lot of eyeliner and not much clothing. So can you choose the outfits on the game?
Well, there is a free pack that you can get with it. You know, just some expansions, but you can't actually choose her clothing. There's either one or the other. One which is sort of the Western European version, and then there's the Viking version, which is it's like there's an island called Skellige, which is basically they've got their own Viking version.
Right.
So she can have like, well, that's where she basically isn't wearing anything. She gets Skellige armor, which is basically just a armored top and armored um, pants or trousers, whatever you want to call them.
Wonderful. Okay, so armored pants.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, I know that some people are writing in. Someone would like to see Witcher, the computer game version Witcher.
Geralt von just
Sorry, say that again?
Geralt of Rivia. He is. Should Google him.
Yes,
because the Witcher is their kind of their clan sort of. It's their it's their guild. Yeah, the Witcher guild.
Okay. Do we know, just looking, I know that the gaming character has this blue medallion. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to make it blue. Do we know what that's for? Does that give her powers?
Series, I mean, Yennefer's medallion. I don't actually know. I think that's the crystal. It's crystal crow.
Crystal crow.
I do remember it's a kind of a Easter egg in the game. So once you, at the intro of the game, there's basically you got Geralt and Vesemir riding after leaving Kaer Morhen, and so you'll have this dream of Ciri, them getting killed by the Wild Hunt, which is the people trying to chase and kill them, and you can see the intro scene, which is basically an animation that Yennefer drops this crow next to this tree. So she's got this crow that helps her, and then right at the end of the video, this crow just turns into this crystal skull of a crow, and then it falls into the floor. So once you can actually play as Geralt, if you go back to look for it, you will find it, and apparently it unlocks a separate mission for Yennefer. I actually don't know what it is. I probably should.
But
watch a video on it.
That's a fantastic description, and I'll pat myself on the back for a good question.
Yeah.
So, and is that all part of the game? Obviously, I'm just going to show people how to draw leather. By the way, just bear with me, George. You can take a little break. I'm colouring in. She's wearing a leather outfit here, and we want to get that leather effect. So I'm just going to put in her hair. She's got lots of lovely black shiny hair, and I will colour this in. But I'm going to now just take a bit of the grey and put in the grey highlights, and you can see now that there's a bit of leather going on here just by these simple marks, and it's all nice and shiny. We like shiny. And there's some more, and leather of course on the body is a little bit uneven, so you want this kind of shiny effect. Okay, I'm just going to put some more here. All right, so George, I've just let people know how we do leather, but you can carry on giving us all this wonderful advice while I carry on doing that leather effect. So when you're playing the game, and how do you win it? How's it? Because there's different categories, aren't there? There's game playing, there's strategy, problem solving. What sort of game is this?
It's an RPG game, so RPG open world. It's basically a story game. So
Story game. Okay.
you can follow the story if you want. I mean, pretty much everyone does. Or you could do separate missions where it's just they've just implemented maybe 1,000 missions just for you to do, and the whole point is just to kind of level up your character and so Geralt, you're supposed to make him stronger, and there are ways of making him more powerful if you know what to do. Usually, you can follow a guide. That's what my friend did. I didn't really care. I just played it. I didn't care about making myself much stronger because it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I just wanted to complete the game and then do the story. It's more about, so I don't really care too much about the story. I mean, until afterwards. But a lot of people, they want to the whole no spoiler thing. A lot of people really get into the story of a game. I mean, that's not really me. I get more into the story of a series. But so it's half kind of gameplay because it has fun fighting and looting, all that sort of thing. Those things that people like.
Yeah.
And then it's also kind of like the Witcher series and Game of Thrones. It's just like there's a good story and it's quite long. So when it's finally over, it feels like you were kind of part of it, and it was like a big commission, and it was your kind of like a quest, like the Holy Grail sort of thing.
Okay.
You finally achieved that.
Okay, that's fantastic. So it sort of ticks all the boxes by the sound of things.
Yeah.
And I think I followed what you said. But it's wonderful for people who are watching that they can. I mean, some of them are probably fans already, of course, but somebody who's a little bit. She's got these little belt tassels here, so I'm just going to draw that. Catching the light again. This is all leather, what she's wearing. Yeah, that some people, you're doing a great job for people who may want to play the game, but they're a little bit put off because it's a bit scary, but you would say it's really worth it. It's a great game.
Yeah, a lot of people played it, and a lot of people rated it very nicely. I actually don't know how many awards it's got. That might be a good thing to Google.
Yeah, let's find out how many awards. And while I colour in her face. And of course I'm going to, I might even make her background a bit darker. Let's see, is that too dark? Oh, that kind of works. Okay, I'm just going to, oops, sorry.
They won 251 awards.
251 awards. Okay, so that's a popular game.
Yeah.
And the actor.
And it's game of the.
Sorry.
It was game of the year.
Game of the year.
2015.
Wow, wow. That's amazing. I'm just letting, I don't know if people can see, I'm adding a little bit more white to this grey, keeping it quite rough where the light's catching.
I think you have your smaller image and other images over your really big one, just in case you want to move those.
I already have the what video?
You have your smaller image right over your big image if you want to move those.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So move them out of the way, just move to the left.
This one. Are you saying this? I can't see
no,
what.
The big one. Right in the middle.
As it moved? You mean this?
No, there's your iPad screen, I think.
Oh, that. Oh, you mean the colours? Do you mean that?
That's better, yeah.
No. No, it's all good. It's all good. That was simply me using the colour. Actually, I could explain that to you a bit more. When I touch this little dot at the top, that gives me all the colours. So for anyone who's new to this, I'm literally bouncing from side to side I'm just now adding, I'll show you. I'm adding, I'll press the top button again. I don't know if you can see that. And now I want a darker color over here. Can you see how that works, George?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I thought I was having a technical problem, but you were actually asking a very good question about the color. Okay, so I'm just going to add, you can see now I'm going to add a bit of color to her cheeks. And we're nearly there actually. Should I do a background? Just to add a bit of drama, or we could call it a day. We've done almost half an hour.
You could add a background. I mean, what image you're using a white one? I recommend if you're going to put a background, you might have to Google something called Aretusa, which is where she trained.
Oh wow, with the castle and everything.
It was the castle. You know when they played the Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, that song. It's when they got the lights coming up. You know, do you remember the scene where she chucks the I think it's eels into the pool?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were playing. That's when they started playing the song "Toss a Coin to the Witcher." It's kind of like the end of the episode.
Yeah. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so you're. You could play it.
On YouTube, just play it in the background.
I should. I tell you what, because this is live, when we put it on Twitch, you know, as a recording, then we can add the music to it. So do me a favor, just let me know again what the castle's called. Do you know what?
Aretusa.
Aretusa. Let's just try that. How do you spell it?
Aretuza.
Let's see what we get. I have to be careful. Aha! Is that the castle?
Hasn't loaded in yet.
Is it on a? Is it on an island?
Is in. Yeah. Well, have you typed in Witcher?
Yep. That should work.
This is.
So I think it's a sort of is it on a bridge, or can you see that? Okay, I think I've got a good idea of what I'm going. Okay, I'm going to do. I'll do a very subtle sort of silhouette background. Okay. So we've got.
Of what? Well, you might make sure you got the right image first. Don't just start drawing. Wait. I think you got the wrong one.
Have I? Okay, well, I'm just going to...
I don't know.
Don't worry. I'll tell you what, we'll finish off and I'll do her again by the water. And we'll just make a dramatic... Because a lot of these scenes are done outside. So let's just create...
Yeah.
I think next time, if we get requests for more sort of live Witcher drawings, then I'll do my homework. But it's a real joy working with these images, because she's really a fantastic sort of. She's got this great outfit. It's almost like a pirate's outfit, head to toe leather, a magical choker. It's just totally awesome. I'm going to put her on a beach just because we can. And we'll just do a little beach here. And sea, and I'm just going to make that a bit lighter. And I might put a castle, any old castle, on the hillside. Let's have a look. Let's see how this works. And then some blue water. beach. Some waves.
It's very yellow.
It is very yellow. I'll turn that down. That's good. Thank you, because I can't see actually how it looks while I'm working on it. So I'm going to make it whiter. A little bit. How's that? Tone down a bit?
Yeah, that was better.
And that's really what we want on this live art show, is for people to write in and go, I want this, I want that. I'm now going to put in a little castle. And we're going to put the castle here. And then, of course, the most important thing is her shadow. So she looks like she's properly standing. So we're just going to make a sort of castle-like building up here. That's great. And some pointy roofs, because castles have pointy roofs. We should put a monster in the water, and then the Witcher can come along and save her. I'll do that. And then I think that's.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that creature from the beginning of the series, the first episode?
I do. It was horrible. So I'll try to do that one, but we'll leave it as a sort of like a hint of this character. Okay, so I'm just going to do the light. I'm always saying to people, you have to tell the story of where the light's coming from, so we know that it's coming kind of from her right shoulder. So I'm just going to put. We're landing her on the ground, basically. Otherwise, she won't. She looks like she's floating. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. All right. And let's put a monster. It's about to come in. And she's going to kill the monster. So let's put a few little sort of suction things. There we go. Is that okay? Does that kind of give you the idea there's a monster in the world? I think that kind of works, actually. Okay, I'm just going to give it a bit of light. So
you might need to give it a head or something slightly sticking out, maybe a darker shade in the background.
Okay, I will put. Oops. Something with the eyes. That looks like a hippo, but that's all right. Give it some spikes. We always like these spikes things because that makes it look more monster-like. How's that? And then, of course, we need to put it in the water with bubbles and things. I'm going to do that with my luminous button, which I absolutely cannot live without because the water's bubbling.
Luminous.
George, you've been amazing. I couldn't have done this without you.
Thanks.
We've got our fantasy world. We've got our two ladies. And I love doing the sort of the replay. I'm just going to speed that up a little bit. Here we go. We got the ladies, the actress version, the TV series, and then the beautiful sort of pirate outfit for the gaming. And you've been a wonderful help, George. And do you mind if we ask you to come again next time if people want to see Witcher?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's great. So
Yeah,
brilliant. And hopefully people will write in and say how much they love you. Okay, George. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.